record and we will get started. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our virtual series, Charger Chats. I'm Michelle Farmer, the Assistant Director in the Alumni Office, and we're glad you joined us during your lunch break today. Today's chat is with UAH men's basketball head coach, John Shulman. Coach Shulman came to UAH just about a year ago to date from Tennessee, Chattanooga, where he served as head coach from 2004 until 2013. While he was at Chattanooga, the Mocs earned 2 NCAA tournament appearances, and they won 4 regular season titles. We're excited to have Coach Shulman here with us today to share updates about the Chargers' past season, how the current players are doing, recruitment, and more. So just to let you guys know, we'll have Coach Shulman speak first, and then we'll allow some time at the end for Q&A. If you do have a question, you can use the chat function of Zoom to drop your question there, either during or after the presentation, and we'll get to as many questions as we can. Well, Coach Shulman, thank you for being with us and chatting with us today. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, first of all, I appreciate being here. I'm a lot better in person, and I actually look better in person than I do on Zoom. So that's probably one bad thing we got going for us today. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited about being at UAH, and you're right. About a year ago, I took over for Lenny Acuff, which is not the smartest thing that a coach can do, is take over for a legend. But I took over for a legend, and just right off the bat, just realized how special this place really is. And from the support and from the administration and from the city and from the whole community, you realize how important UAH basketball is. And but we were very fortunate. We were very fortunate. I've got a great staff. Anthony Camara and Spencer Palmer are phenomenal at what they do, and we had a really good team coming back. And so we got off to a good start. I think we got off to an 8-0 start. Went on the road, lost a couple. And really, we had a kind of a breaking point right in the middle of the season. We were, I think, 13-3, and we just kind of made a few adjustments. And we really went on a really neat run, and ended up really finishing third in the league. But we were at that time, I guess we were 23-5. And but we got a home game in the tournament, and we ended up beating West Florida in the tournament. Went down to Sanford, played. We really played our best basketball late. We won our last 9 games of the season, and really it's a really neat group. We had a young man, Jack Klein, kind of come up and hadn't played a whole lot of basketball for us, and our starting 5-man tore his ACL, Dalton Barkley, and Jack Klein came in and really did some neat things for us late. And if you watched our kids play, they played with amazing heart, amazing effort, and just for a coach, just really proud of our kids. But we went down to Birmingham and Sanford and beat a really good lead team in the semis and got to the championship game. And if you're at UAH, you better win that championship game. And we got down 24-10 and came back. I think we made 6 threes in a row and ended up winning 91-82 and got a chance to cut down the nets. And pretty special feeling watching our kids cut down the nets in Sanford. I'm going to tell you, in Sanford, basketball wasn't great last year. I'm telling you, UAH support, we put more people in that stadium, in that gymnasium, than they did during the regular season. So you understand how important UAH basketball is, and we appreciate that support. But we had a really good run, and we're 26-5, and we're ranked 12th in the country. And our kids don't think we can lose. And we get on a plane and we fly down to Tampa, and we're getting ready. We had a great practice, and we're getting ready to go to Lakeland to play in the NCAA tournament. And word comes down that the virus has stopped the NCAA tournament. Now, I'm just going to tell you this: the virus is bad, and it's harming a lot of people. And there's no way I thought that it could ever affect the NCAA basketball tournament. And when that NCAA tournament was canceled, I think we all realized that this thing's for real, and it's going to affect a lot of people, because it affected when you start having, the night before we flew out, the NBA really suspended their season, and then all of a sudden it was a trickle down effect, and now all of a sudden everything gets closed down. So I was really hurting for our seniors. Our seniors didn't get an opportunity to play their last couple games, whatever that meant. But we actually had a really neat opportunity to sit down in Tampa, really in Lakeland, Florida, and have kind of an end-of-the-year banquet. It was an impromptu end-of-the-year banquet, but it was really a special time that we got a chance to kind of reflect on our season. But we finished 26-5, 12th in the country, GSE champs, got a chance to cut down those nets. And who knows how we would have done in the NCAA tournament, but we were really doing some neat things. And I hate it for David Anderson and Malik Cook and Dalton Barkley, but I hate it for our softball program and women's lacrosse and men's lacrosse and for all the high schools out there that didn't get a chance to participate in the spring. We at least got to participate and win a championship and make memories. And so now all of a sudden you adjust to what's next, and you better figure out a way to take care of your own kids and your own team and to stay in touch with our own team. Our team is very unique. I've been coaching. I spent 24 years on the Division I level. I've never seen a closer knit group in my entire life as our basketball team. So we're not having to do Zooms and do all these different meetings, because our kids stay in touch with each other and we stay in touch with them. And so our players are doing good, figuring out how to finish up school online. Everybody's got a new normal and everybody's got a tough job. And we've got a tough job trying to figure this thing out, but Doc Dawson's got an awfully tough job trying to figure out how UAH survives. And our healthcare workers got a tough job. Everybody's got a tough job. Feel bad for everybody. I'm an old country redneck from East Tennessee, and my day, most of the day, started at Big Springs eating a fried bologna sandwich or a fried bologna omelet, and they closed down. And I worry about those people because they're phenomenal people and they don't have jobs. And so that's been hard. But then after taking care of our own kids, now we got to deal with recruiting.
Right.
The NCAA came out immediately and made different rules, and they really, in a short way to put a long paragraph, is very simple. We're not allowed off campus until after June 1st, and no one's allowed on campus till after June 1st. But this is a huge signing period in the spring. And so we're trying to figure out how we're going to do this. So we do it off Zoom, and we do it off conference calls, and we do it off FaceTiming and different calls. But how are you going to see a kid play? Well, a lot of people are recruiting off of tape and off of social media. And thank goodness we were fortunate to sign 5 early, so we didn't have to panic and do that. And then we got a young man just signed with us that we'd already known about. But it's really a difficult time, and young kids are making tough decisions, lifelong tough decisions. We're recruiting a young man who's never been on campus, never met me in person, never met our kids, or never done anything with any of the other colleges. So as a parent, that's hard. And as a coach, you're trying to stay patient and trying to do that. But it's been very difficult recruiting wise, but thank goodness we already signed 5. So we've really got 6 new kids coming, and they're excited about being here. And we're just crossing our fingers that we're going to have school and just trying to find a normal, but I guess a new normal, but just trying to find some normalcy.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you at least ended strong. Your current players are doing well. You have some good recruits coming in. So you do have a lot of positive staying around this time. So that's good.
No, we've got a lot of positives, and what we're trying to do as a staff, we're trying to work on schedule next year, thinking that there is going to be a next year. And we're working on, what we need to do, tweaking offensively and defensively. Most of the time right now we're working on camps, but are we going to have camps? Are we going to maybe have camps? Is AAU going to happen? You start worrying about this senior class in high school. Where am I going to go to school? This junior class, they've already missed April recruiting period. And so if you have a junior in high school, the April that plays basketball, the April period's a really important period for them. That's gone. Will they be able to participate in July? Who knows? Everybody's panicked. I mean, doing the social distancing at an event, at an AAU basketball event. Well, how does that work? And,
Right.
there's just so many unknowns. And that's why, leadership is vital during this time. And like I said, I appreciate Dr. Dawson. And at the end of the day, we all appreciate having a job and being able to have a job and being a part of this university. And but we'll all get through this, and this too shall pass. And we'll make amazing memories. As you were talking about with your little one, we're all making memories. It's just
Yeah,
very unique ones.
definitely. Definitely. Well, thank you, Coach Shulman, for kind of sharing what's going on in your world right now of men's basketball at UAH. And I'm going to go ahead and open up to questions from people who are logged into our session. So if anybody has a question, feel free to use the chat function of Zoom and submit your question, and I'll see it and we can pass it on to Coach Shulman. But I know one thing you mentioned, so you have 6 new recruits. How many were you looking for total? Do you still have more people you're trying to recruit?
Well, we have enough money. We have enough money in scholarship equivalency for maybe an in-state young man. And so we're involved with a couple in-state kids. But I would tell you this. We signed a young man, Jack Costal, who's a 6'2" point guard from Atlanta. Really a good student and really a good kid and brings us good size. We signed a young man, 6'3", Luke Burnett from Knox Webb up in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's probably the best shooter that we've ever recruited, that I've ever recruited. He can really shoot the basketball. 6'7" from Albertville, Alabama, Dane Harding, who's Dylan Harding's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Dane has got a chance to be really good. He's got really good size and can really shoot it. For all UAH fans who remember 2 years ago, a young man named Dalton Dodd. And Dalton Dodd played at UAH, and he probably wasn't quite ready for college at that moment, and what it all took place in college and playing college basketball. Well, after a year of working in a factory that his dad made him do, Dalton Dodd's coming back to UAH. So we're really excited about having Dalton Dodd. And Dalton Dodd's a 6'7", kind of 6'7", 4-man power forward. And then the big guy in the middle, we've got a 6'10" kid coming from Tennessee, 6'10". He wears about a 19 shoe. He's got a 4.2 GPA. He's a 34 on his ACT. He is a national merit finalist.
Wow.
He is, he wants robotic engineering. He turned down full scholarship, Division I scholarship offers to Samford, to Brown, and to West Point to come to UAH. He was in the band, and he started forward on the soccer team. So this is a very unique 6'10" gentleman coming in from Tennessee. And then we've got a hometown kid, Austin Leslie, who played at Westminster, who is an amazing athlete, and he's transferring in from Southern Miss. So we really want to maybe hopefully take a huge effort to redshirt all those freshmen and play Austin. And then because we have a huge senior class next year, we got a lot coming back, and we're really excited about what we're doing with our basketball program.
Wow, that is a lot of exciting news. I look forward to seeing some of the games next season. Fingers crossed.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, we do have a question. It says, can you talk about Spraggins Hall? What improvements to Spraggins would you like to see?
Well, first of all, they talked about the magic of Spraggins Hall and the Spraggins magic. That place is amazing. It's a throwback gymnasium. It's I love the place, and so the improvements probably, we probably need to do maybe a different type setting up top. We just have bleacher seating up top, but we got chair back down low, but maybe some newer bleachers up top. We do have brand new lights. Maybe we could clean up the walls a bit. But, the walls are covered in banners, but that's a great thing because there's a lot of champions that have been crowned at UAH. It doesn't matter what sport. But I love the place. It's really a unique, everybody that we play, it's a big game when they come to UAH and play at Spraggins Hall. It's a big deal. It's a big game. It's not like that when we go elsewhere. And so we're very fortunate to have it. We've got a brand new exterior for Spraggins Hall. It looks beautiful, and it's just a very unique place. It's a throwback type place, but we take a lot of pride in it, and I love it. So little improvements. We don't need big improvements at all because it's really a unique place to play. And so that's good. So Dr. Dawson can save all the money to do elsewhere, do improvements elsewhere. We don't need that. No, but it's really a unique place to play.
Gotcha. Yes, I definitely, whenever I go to the games, I could definitely feel the magic. I feel like a lot of people get very passionate watching the games there.
Absolutely. I think we were maybe 15-1 in there this year, 14-1 or 15-1 in there. we don't lose a whole lot in there, and the whole bottom level is sold out, and we've got great support, and we've got great fans, and we've got to do a better job, myself included. We got to do a better job of getting students in there, and we'll do that. And by the end of the season, I thought we had a good student support and student getting in there, and we just got to do a better job of doing that as coaches.
All right, I do have another question, and it says, what are you most looking forward to in your second season at UAH?
Well, I would say just kind of get my feet on the ground a little bit. Everything was, I'm a lot more comfortable now than I was when I first got here. And like I said, following Lenny Acuff is not the most fun thing to do. But I do feel I love our staff. I'm big fans of our assistant coaches, and I love our department. There's good chemistry in the department. We have good chemistry in our team. So probably just get my feet on the ground and probably getting out a little bit more in the community. I'm going to tell you this. I've met some unbelievable people. And so that's why I miss my fried bologna at Big Springs, because I would meet a couple buddies. We would not even have it planned, but everybody would just come on in there and we just hang out and have a good time and talk. Huntsville is really a neat area. Got some very smart people. I am by far the dumbest person in the Huntsville area in Madison County, but that's okay. It's just really some neat people. So just probably just get my feet on the ground and probably getting out in the community a little bit more.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, we have a couple more questions that came through. The first one is, what synergy do you see with the women's basketball program?
Well, they did a fantastic job this year. And they, they like us didn't get a chance to compete for an NCAA championship because they made it to the NCAA. I just thought they did a fantastic job. I thought Coach Lemon did a great job. We run very similar offenses, and so watching them play can help us, and hopefully them watching us play can help them. So I guess maybe 3 to 4 bus trips that we were together. We're always together. Our team hangs out with their team hangs out with our team. We hang out with their coaches. I was in their coach's office yesterday. I probably shouldn't say that because we should be 6 feet apart, but we were definitely 6 feet apart when we were talking to them about their schedule. So we're very, very close. Like I said, chemistry is very important, and you must have it with your team, but very few places that I've been in my career have we had great chemistry with all the different departments, and everybody kind of takes care of themselves. I don't get that sense at UAH. We're very close with the women's staff. So I think we're really close. We got good chemistry, and we're watching them practice. They're watching our practice. We steal things from them. They steal things from us.
Good teamwork. All right, I think this is the last question that we have for today, but it says, can you talk about the challenges and rewards coaching your son and coaching in general?
Well, okay. I think some people can coach their son and some can't. And I've got 3 boys. I think I can coach my 2 oldest. I don't think I can coach my youngest. All right. And so I'm able to, last year sitting in the stands as a parent watching 2 seasons ago, watching Max, my oldest, have an opportunity to play for a championship. I was very emotional. I wanted my son, I'd gotten a chance to climb up that ladder. I wanted my son to be able to climb up that ladder and cut down the nets, and they got beat in a championship game. And for me as a dad, and I'm not a dad when I'm coaching my kid, but after that championship game, to watch him walk up that ladder and cut down those nets, and my wife's in the stands, and it's pretty emotional and pretty gratifying getting the opportunity to see that. He works hard, and he listens, and I think we'll enjoy it more later on than we do at the moment. We are making a lot of memories, and he really had a special year. But and if he wasn't a decent player, I'm not sure I would have taken the job, because it would have been really hard to coach my son and if he wasn't a decent player, because then. But I'll just tell you this: and my guys bust my tail end pretty good about it. He started 0 games this past year. So there's no daddy ball or nepotism. I mean, there's none of that stuff. He did
No
not start. He did not start a game this year. I think he ended up our leading scorer, and he did not start a game. And so, and just be honest, my wife is a lot harder on him than I am, because I will come back and she was like, if he doesn't start guarding somebody, stop playing him. And so she is a little tougher on him than I am, but we had a great time. And it can be hard to coach your own kid, but he's easy. My middle son is easy. The one up at Lipscomb playing for Lenny. It's just his third one. He probably won't be at UAH. He's 14. He'll be a little tougher to coach.
Gotcha. Do you have challenges and rewards just in coaching in general?
Yeah, I mean, listen, 2 days ago, I'm talking to, 3 days ago, I'm talking to a 46-year-old man who I coached at East Tennessee State way back in the day. And he says, Coach, I need help with my kid. I need a prep school for him to go to. So I'm dealing with that. And then I've got a 50-year-old that I coached at East Tennessee State, and he just called me to tell me that he finally got his college degree. And so I was really excited about that. And then another young man I coached at Chattanooga was talking about that he had some flood damage in a storm down in Louisiana. He's a banker down in Louisiana. Coaching, I can't tell you, I love rings. I don't wear them. I wear a wedding ring. I don't wear my championship rings. I love rings. I love nets, collecting nets and trophies, but they go away or they get dusty. The relationships don't. It's about relationships. It's about those same kids that these kids, winning is great and cutting down nets is great, but making memories is so special. That's the biggest reward that we can have, is the relationships that we have with these kids, and see them go on to do really neat things. And see a Dalton Barkley have a jump ball with a torn ACL on that last day, on that last home game, and our kids are just enjoying it, that moment for him. And seeing David Anderson have a special end of his career, and Malik Cook have a special end of his career, that's the rewards. The challenges are very simple. They're 20, 21, 22-year-old kids. Now, we're very fortunate at UAH because we got great kids. I haven't been as fortunate my whole career, but challenges, think about having 19, 20-year-old kids and trying to keep everybody in line. You're having a tough time with your little one. I've got 3 boys. Add a few more when everybody's got a set of parents that want this for a kid or want that for the kid. My kid needs to be playing, or my kid needs to be shooting. And that's when it gets tough and difficult. But we are very fortunate at UAH. We had no issues last year. We got great kids. We got a great set of parents. They play for the team they play for the name on the front instead of the name on the back. Yeah. We're happy. We're doing good.
That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing all of that, and really thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today and answer questions for people. And thank you all for everybody who joined on the live session today and called in. We did record this. I will send the recording out to everybody who registered, as well as a survey. So please fill those out and share your feedback. Let us know your thoughts. And then next week, we'll be joined by UAH alumnus John Gibson, who's a financial analyst at Hightower Twickenham. So look for the registration link early next week for that one, and we'll be chatting with him about financial planning during a crisis. So thanks again, John, and thank you all for logging in. We all hope you're being safe and have a great rest of your day, and go Chargers.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Bye-bye.